Up, circle down, circle down, square. Up, circle down, circle down, square.
Yeah. Already I'm knowing what you ain't used to. How you set the standards from shit that you used to stoop to. Avoiding all the damage and types that you used to shoot to. Got no room for baggage, little baby, I'm in a coat too. College educated, so nah, I won't lecture. Self-sabotaging, I won't let you. Figuring it out, no problem, I won't test you. We got plenty time, no pressure. I don't even need much, baby, I may do. Never speaking on nothing, I can't.
What's up, Alphas? It's your boy Live. What's up, man? Looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. And of course, that was Cheat Codes by Twan Jackson, our friend, legend himself. Go check him out. Twan Jackson, aka IB Twan on all social medias. Go check my guy out. He's popping on TikTok right now. And of course, this is, I don't know which one this is. This is a Make It Make Sense, Keep It 99 blend. And of course, I'm joined with the man who is the Make It Make Sense, the podcast, the podcast. Go subscribe to them if you're on my channel. It is Munray Hudson. How you doing today, Munray?
Yo, what's good? It's your boy, Monray Hudson, having a dual sports episode with Keeping 99 Media. You know, shout out to everybody watching. Your boy's a little under the weather, but we still got to have a show going on. So, and with the craziness that has been the NBA over the last 24 hours, it ain't even 48, the last 24 hours has just been insanity, to say the least. So, we have to look at the landscape of the NBA currently before the NBA deadline in 2 more days. We have to look at the landscape currently and just try to make of this what we can.
Yeah. And I want to start out with saying something. It's Black History Month, so I got to do this. Listen, though, some of y'all, the way y'all talk about Anthony Davis is insane. Y'all talk like he the worst player, and how dare they trade Luka. By the way, I do want to start off with this. Me personally, would never trade Luka Dončić for Anthony Davis. But it's not for the reasons y'all saying. It's because AD is 6 years older and Luka haven't hit his prime yet. But depending on, I don't know the situation behind the scenes and everything, but looking at Jason Kidd, it looked like it wasn't as bad as it might be presented. Because he looked depressed today. But for y'all saying Anthony Davis? I'm gonna tell you, Anthony Davis played what, 4 nights ago?
Yeah.
You know his stat line?
What was it, like 33 and 11?
40.
Something like that.
40, 20,
Dang.
and 4.
I must have missed the game.
Yes. 40, 20, and 4. 4 blocks. 40 points, 20 rebounds. Listen, there has never been a superstar who has ever been traded. They got traded for somebody that can do 40, 20, and 4, and it's not like abnormal. So to be like the Mavs got nothing is insane to me. Now, the problem is, would I trade Luka for a 31-year-old Anthony Davis who's sometimes motivated, sometimes not, or injury prone? No. So I do want to make that clear. But I'm never going to talk like Anthony Davis a scrub. And I've been hearing a lot of people talking about they have no chance. I'm gonna say this, and you can respond to it. Completely motivated and healthy, Anthony Davis, when he wants to be, is the best player in the league. The problem is it's only on occasion. And it's only depends on his health.
Now, I'm not going to go that far and say that Motivate he's the best player in the league. I won't say that. I will say, he's easily a top 10 player in the league. Easily that. When he's motivated, if he can do his best, all that, you can argue for top 5. You know, he has that kind of potential. You know, and I'm saying like talking like fringe 5, 4, 5, something like that. But the problem comes, look, I thought about this trade, and just being honest, that trade should have never went through. I'm gonna be real, it should have never went through because for a couple of reasons. One, you did not get enough for Luka Dončić. I don't care. Everybody in the Mavs organization, and to be fair, it ain't everybody. It's literally their general managers the only one to say anything because everybody else looking like
So I don't
but
know how to
you did not get enough. Ain't no way you trade a top 5 player in the league, and all you got was, you got a top 10 player and 1 first rounder, and that's it. Like, I'm sorry, you're not gonna sit here.
Max is a really good defender, by the way. For anybody that don't know who Max
That-
is, Max gave Jalen Brunson hell.
That is not enough for a Luka Dončić trade. Like the Lakers got that cheap. All they had to do was let go of Anthony Davis and 1 first rounder, and they get a top 5 player in the league. Now, mind you, there has to be more under the surface other than they just didn't want to pay Luka and they're worried about conditioning.
If he
That just don't really make a lot of sense.
I ain't gonna lie.
Like him being 270, but either way, that don't make a lot of sense.
If he
And even so, why would you go immediately only to the Lakers in a backhanded deal? If you really wanted to shop Luka around, you could have got way more. And I mean way more than just AD, 1 player and a pick. You could have got way more. Jimmy Butler could have went for that. But you traded
I'm not gonna lie.
You traded arguably a top 2 player in the league for that? That's insanity. And it's just like, I get it. Luka's been injury prone recently. He hasn't played since, December. But
if
I'm
you
sorry.
weigh 270, that's why you're injury prone.
There's just no way.
Yeah.
And mind you, we talking about another injury prone player. Anthony Davis has been known to street clothes many a day. He's also injury prone.
That's kind of the weird thing.
You trade injury prone for injury prone? Like, it just doesn't make sense. And that's why everybody's looking at the Mavs. Like, did the Mavs on paper, they look a little better. I'm not acting like it's crazy. It looked a little better because AD does fit a nice gap. He gets to play the 4. Kyrie can be a natural point, lead the team. But Kyrie's never been a good leader of a team. So why would you put him in that position now? He hasn't been able to lead the team since he left Cleveland. So now he's in the charge of leading a team where he's not meant to be a leader. AD is not a leader either. So it's like your team is constructed on paper okay, but you lost leadership. And now you put Luka with LeBron. And it's like, bro, they can find a way to get to the playoffs with that core. If LeBron just stays healthy and Luka comes back, that's a walking 70. I don't understand. I really don't understand it. I don't get it. Like, there has to be something in the Mavericks organization that they're not telling to where they were so desperate to get off of Luka that they said, here, we'll take the first halfway looking trade and try to justify it. Because right now, I'm not really seeing nobody justify it. I can't. Like, you want to say they're better on paper, fine. Even though they got 2 people that's never been good leaders, and you got 2 Robins. That's good. You have 2 Robins, and you're trying to make a play for the Justice League. They don't really make a lot of sense to me. So I'm confused.
Hey, Robin led in the Teen Titans later on. But he had some.
We saw how that went.
Slade came through. But we do have the Western Conference lineup right here. As you can see, Dallas is 9th. The Lakers are 5th. I don't know when Luka comes back, but that'll be an interesting thing. Because the Lakers lost both of their best defenders in Max and Anthony Davis. And I don't know when Luka comes back. Dallas lost tonight, but they technically didn't have a single starter in the lineup because they all injured. I don't know what was going on. They got Cleveland blew them out. It was 91-44 at halftime when I last watched. But again, they had no starters playing. PJ Washington, what's his name? Gafford and Kyrie did not play today. I also saw coffins at the Dirk statue, which I like. Dallas Mavericks. Y'all are a little dramatic, but if you, by the way, if you love Luka, which I don't blame you for loving Luka, I understand your hurt. But like I said, if you're going strictly basketball for this year, Luka is shooting 34. He averaging 28, but he is shooting 34%, and he almost lose every game he playing because I don't know what's going on with him this year. It's weird. But again, I don't know if a midseason, because I think you have to do it in the next 2 years if Dallas is going to win, because I think AD, his body ain't strong enough to hold up, so it's like a win now mode.
Look,
and Kyrie older too, so I'm like, you basically like mortgaged your future, which is why I never would have made a trade, even though on paper the trade is like more even than you probably would. But in reality, paper is. You also got a line on the paper that say 25-year-old megastar, top five overall 25-year-old. Which the only other people can say that is maybe some games and then Wemby. The only players I wouldn't trade. Look, Luka. The one if he would have came to San Antonio, like we'll give you Wemby. I'm like, no, don't ever in your life trade Wemby. But other than that, shit, who you want for Luka? Who else would you say, Monte? I'm just saying Wemby. Hello, Maury?
No, you good. Like the problem that comes from it is we could say win now all we want. Their team construction wise don't make sense for win now. If you will win now, you had a top 2 player.
They went to the
if you're win now
finals last year.
I was like, you were just in the finals with them. You talking about some win now? That don't make sense. You talking about win now with another injury prone player and another person who's proven he's not a leader. I don't quite understand it.
Is Luka doing Jimmy Butler stuff?
We don't know. Like right now, Luka didn't even. And that's the thing, but it's so backhanded. Your players didn't even know they were being traded. Make that make sense.
Brian didn't know. AD didn't know. The coaches
your players didn't even know they were being traded. Like it's wild.
It's only the GMs knew.
It's like, excuse me. Like it's reported. I don't know how true it is. It's reported the Mavericks owner laughed at the trade, and yet somehow it still went through. Some of that don't make sense, bro. Ain't no way an owner is not gonna veto a trade he laughed at, and the GM went behind him and did it. He'd have been fired. So they just don't make sense to me. It legitimately doesn't. But we're joined by the Maverick fan himself.
I want to hear his opinion on this.
And young Maverick Jr.
Quick rundown of what we talked about. I told people to stop disrespecting AD. I would never do this trade. Personally, I don't think it's an uneven trade, but by Luka's name, it's a 25 that I think you respect, which is his age, versus a 31-year-old AD. So that's a quick rundown, but also telling people the last game AD played, he scored 40, 20, and 4, which is absolutely insane. So, and it's probably the best trade ever for a superstar in terms of who they got back, in terms of a talented player, because you can't name one that ever got traded that got an AD back. I do want people to respect AD, but I would never do the trade personally. But I do think the Mavericks have a chance to still compete. But I think they mortgaged their future. That's my end. Monte said 2 Robins playing, therefore it doesn't make sense who gonna lead the team. And that's what we at. How the hell we gonna know the Mavericks fan thought? Just a quick rundown.
It's a lot to unpack here. Yeah, I mean, 25-year-old megastar. Forget superstar, megastar.
Global star.
You know what I mean? Arguably top 3 player in the NBA. Some people say top 3 and not 3. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. If you had concerns about his health, his conditioning, and it's being reported that he up until like 270 pounds or some shit like that.
70, 34%.
You know what I mean? He damn near weigh as much as Zion. Like, you know what I mean? And he barely can stay on the court because of that. So, you know what I mean? I get it. If you don't want to mortgage your future for somebody that really don't take health and conditioning serious. I get it. Like, I mean, it's not like, say, for example, like Shaq. At least with Shaq, we know he ain't take his conditioning and shit serious. But the nigga got 4 championships to show for it, though. You know what I mean? He was still dominant when he needed to be dominant. With Luka, we ain't won nothing. We got to the finals last year, which was great. I'm happy for that. But, man. You know what I mean? Just... This trade just came like a thief in the night, dog. Like, you know what I mean? It's
the players didn't know, the coaches didn't know.
Nobody knew about this shit. The thing that upsets me the most is we lose Luka, one of the top players in the league, and we only get 1 draft pick.
That's what they were saying too.
For trading this one. the Utah Jazz got 4 draft picks for Rudy Gobert, 4 first rounders. We couldn't get Luka is at least worth 10. You know what I mean? Like, god damn, like just to only get 1 first rounder is nasty work. And like, don't get me wrong, I love AD. He brings us something that we don't have at all, which is interior presence, somebody that can control the paint offensively and defensively. That's cool. But on the same time, both our main stars are injury prone. I mean, Kyrie gets hurt a lot. AD get hurt just by stepping out of bed in the morning. You know what I mean? So, like, defensively, did we improve? Yes. But to only get 1 draft pick back for Luka is just nasty work. Yeah, that's real. It's nasty work. Like, it's just nasty. You know what I mean? And AD being 31 don't make this trade any much better. Like, if this was a 27, 28-year-old AD, I wouldn't be complaining. This AD, he's still in his 20s. He's still in his prime. You know what I mean? But 31 years old, coming off the injuries that he's been having. Now, like you did say, his last game he did have 40 and 20. So, you know what I mean? AD still is a top 10 player in the NBA. Like, let's not get it twisted. Like, he's not a top 10 player in the league. He was the best player on the Lakers. You know what I mean? But I just feel like for Luka, if they was going to make this trade and you wanted what Nico Harrison said, we want somebody that can be defensive on the inside and all that, why did you trade him to Milwaukee then? Get Giannis. You know what I mean? Get Giannis. Like, for me, that would have been an equivalent trade right there. Like, Luka for Giannis, I'm fine. I'm not going to complain with you at all. You know what I mean? I just feel like a player that's supposed to be untouchable, like Luka is supposed to be an untouchable. Like, for him to get traded,
yeah, that's why it shocked a lot of people too.
This shit is just crazy. This really just means nobody's safe for real. Nobody's safe for real. If Luka could get traded, nobody is safe. But as a Mavericks fan, I just feel like we didn't do ourselves no favors. Like, if they try and win now, I get it. Like, you know what I mean? But with this roster that's currently constructed, we not winning no championship. You know what I mean? You got an old... Huh? No, I don't think so.
But
hold on, my bad.
No problem.
Oh, sorry, mister. We got an old Clay. You know what I mean?
No problem.
Injury-prone Kyrie, injury-prone AD, inconsistent PJ Washington. You know what I mean? Like, this team ain't winning no chip. We'll probably make a nice little run in the playoffs, but to give away your future, 25 years old, you just handed them to the Lakers. Like, here you go. Take them. Like, and to not get nothing back in return. Like, yeah, we got AD. I'm not trying to dismiss AD, but what I'm talking about is the other capital that should have been garnered in this trade. Like, to only receive 1 first-round draft pick for a player of Luka's caliber is ridiculous. When we just seen Rudy Gobert go for 4 first-rounders. 4. You know what I mean? You couldn't get 5 for Luka?
We don't need no.
Like, Utah, like, y'all put Utah in the damn trade. I know they got some first-rounders or something. Y'all couldn't get something from Utah? Like, god damn. To get a 2029 first-rounder from the Lakers, which probably isn't even going to be anything, because if they still got Luka by that time, that first-round draft pick going to be like a high 20s, you know what I mean, draft pick. You know what I mean? So it's not like we're going to get somebody in the lottery. I don't know, man.
Yeah, we have a clip from Charles Barkley. I want to see what he says about it.
They're my favorite to win this thing, but man, the Dallas Mavericks, they might have just became the second best team in the Western Conference because the jury is still out. I think Denver needs to make a trade because they need to get some bench help. The Rockets are so young. I'm not going to take the Rockets beating the Mavs in a 7-game series. The Memphis Grizzlies, I like their team, but man, Dallas,
But Charles said he got them as his second team in the West.
Are we the second best team in the West?
Let's go look at it. They're not better than OKC, so that's out.
Yeah, OKC, no.
Houston is babies.
Yeah, we could beat Houston in a 7-game series. Memphis, I don't know. But Ja been hurt all year, so.
Could AD take away Jaren Jackson? If so.
But low-key, they play better without Ja for some reason.
Scottie Pippen Jr. going off. He's seen his mom out here too much.
This is what I want to happen. I want the Lakers to stay at 5, and we move up to 4.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all might be the second best team. If AD healthy. If everybody healthy, that is.
If everybody healthy. If Kyrie and AD is healthy, if Clay is consistent, yeah.
Because I'm looking at this right now. Unless De'Aaron Fox and Wemby can, which we're going to talk about in a minute, connect right away. I don't, like you said, Ja not fully healthy. Denver real slow. I don't know when Luka's even coming back for the Lakers.
Right.
The Clippers, no.
The Clippers is the Clippers. I'm not worried about them.
Minnesota got a Julius Randle problem, but the young boys are starting to hoop now. Like Dillingham. Phoenix, no. Sacramento, no. Golden State, no. When I thought about it when he said it, I was like, no. And then I look at the ranking.
Let's keep it a bean. They're not the second best team. They don't even sit here and cap like they are. First off, they don't beat Memphis. Stop there right now. They don't beat Memphis. They don't beat Memphis.
If they don't beat Memphis. No, Anthony Davis might continue.
Like I'm not gonna act like when people aren't healthy because we're talking about the Mavericks team and they got 2 people that stay unhealthy. So I'm not gonna go down that route. So one, at full power, they don't beat Memphis. That's one. I ain't gonna hold you. I genuinely, and this might even be a hot take, I genuinely don't even think this Mavericks team beat the Lakers team they just traded to. I'm be 100%. I don't even think Luka come back. I don't think they beat them. I ain't gonna hold you.
The best player on the Lakers team, and he played for the other team.
Like I straight up think that, and the reason I think that is because I 100%. In order for this new Mavericks team to be successful, Kyrie Irving can't be the best player on the team. It has to be Anthony Davis, which means they need the good Anthony Davis that the Lakers have been hoping that they get for the last 4 years. That has not happened.
It gotta be that 40 and 20 AD we just seen the other day.
Let's see.
And that one had Braun next to him for 3 years.
Let's see what is the stats for my guy this year.
So I think that's insanity to say they're the second best team in what form? Like,
I do want to say if Cat, shout out to Cat because he been motivated this year to play. So shout out to him. Let me go see these things. Trying to see where.
Like, if you want to say they, could be a top 4 team, top 5, whatever, cool. But you ain't gonna sit here and convince me when I got an Anthony Davis that's everybody wanted to be bad.
Look at this, Monte. Let's be real. It's OKC in Memphis, and I'm sorry. The Lakers have no defense. Kyrie will cook everybody.
I don't believe in the Lakers. I'll be real with you. I'll tell you right now what I think. I'm gonna tell you what I think.
Kyrie not every 50 on that team.
No, I'm gonna tell you what I think. I ain't worried about the Lakers. The Lakers are not included in what I'm saying. I did not mention it. Now I say I don't think the Lakers would. Yeah, Kyrie would drop 50 and Luka would drop 50. But you talking about the same Kyrie Irving that in the finals had one good game. I'm not gonna sit here and act like Kyrie Irving is Batman. No, that man has been Robin the entire time. You have 2 Robins on a team, and you just put 2 Batmans on a team. So if I got to think of one team gonna come up more clutch, it ain't gonna be the Mavericks. But and then we got the leftovers of Klay Thompson. Stop acting like that. No, please. Anyway, now I do think the Mavericks would be great defensively, at least on the front court end. Backcourt, no. But either way, so that's why I'm saying they're gonna get cooked by some of these wonderful backcourts. Like, we have great point guards finna sit there and cook them. But we're gonna talk about their defense. Man, whatever. So I'll say, like, if you want to say they're top 4, I'm not mad at them saying them top 4, top 5, something like that. But
we got to who, Monte? I gave you OKC and I can give you Memphis.
Okay, OKC, Memphis, I think they'll get it. The Rockets, I honestly think that would be like a shootout. I mean, like a serious series, just because they young, but you being young don't mean you aren't good. I mean, we're looking at OKC. OKC is basically this their 3rd year being a serious contender. They're also young, but we already got them dang near the finals. So I'm not counting them like that either. So
MVP
the Rockets, I think the Rockets will be a tough out for them. Then past that, to be fair, you know,
Take away Green. If you take away
I
Green,
feel like and to be fair, because we've always seen Jokic put up friggin' NBA 2K numbers on Anthony Davis, I have no reason to believe he wouldn't do it again. Therefore, I think the Nuggets would also possibly get them. So if you want to say they top 4 or 5, I don't have no problem with it. Staying at the second best, I think, is lunacy right now.
The Nuggets is not winning. That team is slow and awful.
That Nugget team slow and awful is 30 and 19 with the greatest player in the world. That constantly schools Anthony Davis. That schooled Anthony Davis for 2 years straight.
Who beat them in the playoffs? Lakers. Shout out to Dwight Howard. Bring Dwight back.
The Lakers didn't beat them. Who lost to them? The same Anthony Davis that let that man put up 2K numbers. So, and he in his prime. So I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it second best.
Don't play against nobody else.
I don't think second best is even close right now. But I'm sorry, like I said, if you want to say top 4 or top 5, cool. Second best is lunacy. And mind you, I'll be real with you.
They could beat Memphis.
I can see them falling. Now, and to be fair, I can see them still being in the play-in by the end of the year, which is sad to say. But it's because, like, essentially people like the Mavericks upgraded. I'm like, they upgrade, I think, is a strong word. Their team is more balanced. I do say that. It's definitely more balanced on paper, but it doesn't look like you don't have a top 3 player. You have a top 10 player, and both of them are injury prone. I don't trust it going forward.
I mean, we definitely upgraded defensively. So
outside OKC, you can't convince me nobody else they can't get. That don't mean they gonna beat them.
I feel like the only teams that would give us trouble is the Thunder and the Grizzlies.
Now, I'm gonna be fair. My disbelief in the Mavericks is not really around the team and makeup and stuff. It's more on the players. They got 2 Robins, bro. And there are 2 Robins. And I'm supposed to trust 2 Robins to get me through the playoffs. I don't trust it. Both of them have successfully needed Batman to help them out. Now, mind you, it's crazy that they both need the same Batman, but they're both Batman. We've seen Anthony Davis when he had his own team. They didn't go anywhere. We've seen Kyrie Irving when he had to be a leader. They didn't go anywhere. So it don't change for me when they're together, because I'm like, in the playoffs, who you really expect? You know, if they in a hard series against the Nuggets or the Rockets or something, who on that team you expect to step up and give you 40? I'm waiting for that answer, because right now in the playoffs, we've seen neither one of them want to do it.
Can't get 40.
No. In the playoffs, we ain't seen neither one of them do it without no Batman. Straight up. So I'm waiting.
But at one series when Luka averaged 7 against OKC, they lost, but Kyrie did average like 38.
But just to be fair, my disbelief is solely on their past performance and who they are as playoff performers, not on the balance of the team, to be fair. If it's just balance on the team, I can say you could probably say comfortably 3rd, because I'm not putting them above Memphis, but I think comfortably 3rd, I think would be okay.
Let's see. What is Anthony Davis' stats this year? Let's go look at it. It's not bad, you know what I'm saying?
Excuse me.
He didn't play a lot against the Lakers. They're the 42 and 23. Damn. 42 and 23, 4 blocks. 2 blocks, I mean.
Watch when she started.
Them stats ain't bad, except he didn't play against Philly long. He been hoping like
listen, AD can hoop. Like and nobody never doubted AD's basketball talent. It's just
your Mavericks fans been talking like he is scrub. I like that.
No, them niggas don't know basketball. It's just his health is, you know what I mean? Everybody know from he stepped on, you know, since he been in New Orleans before he came to the Lakers, it's always been his health. Like it's just his health.
Luka last played on Christmas.
The dude is literally a walking 30 and 10. Like how we talking about that ain't no scrub.
No, that thing about it, like to me, my thing is just they should have got more for Luka. But like he should have got more for Luka. But if we look at AD and like AD's not gonna be that guy that's just gonna Like to me, AD just not a person that's going to get you over the hump if he never was able to get over the hump on his own. Like I don't like just like Kyrie. So to me, it's weird that they quote unquote upgraded, but you upgraded with two people specifically that you know aren't leaders on the team to get you through a playoffs. That's finna be brutal, and I say finna be brutal because the Kings done made moves, the Spurs done made moves. Now, mind you, these teams may not be able to make a playoff run, or they probably make a play-in run. But either way, like this just got ugly. And going forward, your team is gonna get older and worse. They're not gonna get better. Like Kyrie is in his low 30s. AD's 31. Like these are two people that, like you don't expect them to have more peak prime years going forward. So it's just like, well,
I'm looking at these
I'm just looking like, man, I don't like for some reason the Mavericks really
I'm saying,
I ain't gonna say Mavericks. The GM is trying to smooth this over, but I ain't gonna hold. I think it was collusion. I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. This look like collusion. Ain't no way you.
Don't hit nobody.
This look like collusion to me. This look like Rob Pelinka called that man up and say, "Hey, bro, you can retire early if you find a way to swindle Luka to me." I'm gonna be real with you, bro. That look like straight collusion. No, none of your players knew. The owner laughed at you supposedly, even though I don't believe it. The owner laughed. None of your players knew. All of a sudden, like midnight, the biggest trade in recent basketball history went down where Luka got traded for beans. Bro, no, that looked like collusion. That straight up looks like collusion.
This might.
And
I'm
like,
honest. This trade, even though, like, listen, the talent is equal. Let's not act like it's not. But at the same time, this trade kind of gives me the vibes of when the Lakers got fucking Paul Gasol for Kwame Brown.
That was collusion.
You know what I mean?
Jerry West owed him a favor.
They just gave this man, like, now, granted, LeBron is 40. Now, if this was like a 32-year-old LeBron, I'd be more upset. You know what I mean? Because the Lakers still low-key ass. You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? Just giving away Luka for a bag of rat snacks and a Lunchable is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
this looks like collusion, bro. It straight up looks like collusion. Because now, not only did the Lakers, got more like flashiness. I'm not gonna say that. Sorry, all that. They got more flashiness. Now the Lakers have their player for the future. Luka's 25.
Right.
That man, they literally got their player for the future.
That's why I understand. Like Nico Harrison, how did you? For me, if I'm the Mavs GM, Nico Harrison, how did you not? The only way Luka is getting sent to anybody, you gotta give me draft picks from here till 2060. Like, you know what I mean? I need everything.
Again, Atlanta's still giving us
I need everything. Like, like how Brooklyn got all them draft picks when they got KG in them. Yeah. That's how many draft picks they should have got for Luka. You know what I mean? Because this is ridiculous. They should have as many draft picks as OKC got. You know what I mean? For Luka, I guarantee you if the Bucks was to trade Giannis, he ain't going for one draft pick. If the Celtics, even though they wouldn't, if they was to trade Jason Tatum, he ain't going for one draft pick.
Well, if you traded women for one draft pick, and they would burn this city down today.
You know what I mean? Ant-Man ain't going for one draft pick. SGA ain't going for one draft pick. Like, come on, bro.
But this is a scenario I thought was insane that was presented. Well, I want to see y'all thoughts, and then we're going to get to the De'Aaron Fox and get out of here.
We just heard from Avery Johnson just a minute ago. I asked him, are the Lakers done? Are they done making moves? And he doesn't seem to think that this is the last move they're going to make. Are you on the same page with Avery here?
Absolutely, and I think that this is not the last move that the Mavericks will make either. I'd be interested if Anthony Davis is a piece that ultimately the Mavericks potentially use to try to get Jimmy Butler.
I don't even want to hear no more. That's the craziest scenario I ever heard in my life.
Yeah, if you trade Luka just to trade for AD, just to trade for Jimmy Butler, fire that nigga.
listen, I don't know if y'all know, Jimmy Butler ain't AD.
Right.
like you just keep trading down. Listen, I love Jimmy. Jimmy is
Jimmy could be a player to add with AD and Kyrie, but to trade for him is nah. Trade either one of them for Jimmy is stupid.
Jimmy Butler is, the rumors are he made a plane wait 2 hours because he had to go do something. And Pat Riley like, you getting away from my team. And by the way, they trying to trade him. Golden State had an offer, but Jimmy Butler called and literally said, "I'm not signing an extension." So that deal died apparently just a few hours ago.
I would have did the same thing.
Pat Riley life of hell right now.
He was smart for that. Golden State is just Steph and some niggas.
Yo, poor Steph.
It's just Steph and some niggas.
LeBron might say, "Hey, let me send me the Steph y'all trying to build for the future." Give him Kuminga about 5 draft picks for LeBron. Make it happen.
Pat Riley better than me. Jimmy Butler would have been on his way to Utah weeks ago. I'm like, there you go, bro.
Like, I'm just saying, like, this trade would have been amazing 4 years ago. I was like, it's just, I don't get this, bro. Like, it blows my mind. It really looks like illusion. It's not really the way I can say this around it. This looks like Rob Pelinka called up the Mavs GM and like, hey, bro, I'm gonna make you a rich man. You can retire. I just need you to swindle Luka to me, and then explain it away in the media. And then
even his explanation was ass. Like, come on, bro. But really, there is no explanation to trading a player like Luka Dončić. No matter what he would have said, it wouldn't have made sense.
Defense wins championships, man. Defense wins championships.
I ain't trading Luka for nobody but Wemby.
Right. Wemby or Giannis. That's it.
I just seen Wemby destroy Giannis 2 days ago. I was impressed. Young boys,
I'm just in shock right now. Like, De'Aaron Fox, the Spurs was expected to get that. That's cool. Zach LaVine going to the Kings as a bit of a replacement. To me, the Kings just turned into another version of the Bulls. Hopefully, they are more successful than the Bulls were. All you gotta do is just switch out Vucevic for Sabonis, and you got the Bulls all over again.
Why are the Bulls so ass?
I don't know. It's the curse of Jordan since old boy didn't treat Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, they just like since Rose knees disintegrated, this team they just ass.
Why does Thibodeau do that? By the
way, they went for their own version of a big three, but nobody can stay healthy, and nobody's really a leader like that or nothing. Like DeMar was good.
DeMar DeRozan, LaVine, and Vucevic was going to lead them to somewhere. This ain't 2K, nigga. Come on.
No, they wasn't it, man. But just
come on. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna need Adam Silver to go ahead and pull out that investigation and find those backlog phone calls that Rob Pelinka pulled. Because there's no way you sit there and tell me he pulled this. And it ain't even him. The Mavericks called them and said, "Hey, we want Anthony Davis. We'll give you Luka." They called them. So no, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and find them backlog phone calls with this collusion. Because we all know
whatever Robert Pelinka was drinking at the time, he spit that shit right out when that man said, "Yeah, we'll give you Luka." Oh yeah, I'll call you back in like 5 minutes. I got you. Hold on.
David Stern would have shut this trade down.
David Stern would have been like, "Nah, get this up out of here."
David Stern might have got this man from Mavericks fired.
Type of uneven ass.
Get out of my league.
There's just no way, bro. There's no way. Now, like I said, going forward, we don't really know how this is gonna pan out. Depends on when Luka come back, what the team look like. Of course, the Lakers gotta make more moves because right now they couldn't defend a junior varsity team with the squad they're gonna put out on the field right now. Of course, they gotta go
at least 90 on the Lakers between the three of us right now. How bad defensively they are.
He'll give you a bucket back.
I mean, Monray might drop 45 on the Lakers. You know what I mean?
Austin Reed, y'all holding Monray. Go on, take him, Monray. But this trade right here, shout out to the Spurs. They just got real interested. How old is Fox, by the way? He about what, 20 what?
I think he's like 27, 28.
Yeah. So you have a 27-year-old to pair with Wemby, who is like what, 22?
I still think they're a player or two away. Though.
Wemby is 21 years old, just turned 21.
Like Fox and Wemby, I like that duo, but they still need at least 2 more pieces. If we gonna take it serious.
Great thing about that though, they young enough and have the cap room, they can do it.
Definitely.
Because Chris Paul cap come off next year.
Like now, unless a nigga like Vassell or Keldon Johnson or Sochan become something, then all right.
I think they depend on Castle too. By the way, getting this trade without Keldon or Castle being in it is crazy.
Definitely.
I'm like, how did y'all get it out? But they had a lot of other people drafted.
Got traded for T.S. Madison as the bid.
But I think the Spurs got a lot better. I think they was in the outskirts of the play-in, but I think they're gonna make it now.
Okay, now that we're here, I'm just gonna take a quick minute. I'm gonna take a quick minute and try to ponder what other moves. Okay, the Mavericks want to trade for Jimmy, whatever. They want to try to make a really good team for like 4 years ago, whatever. What could the Lakers trade for? Like, I don't even know what the Lakers have left. They just got rid of their last first round draft pick, I think they had, which is the 2029 one. I don't even know what they got left. But what could you trade for to actually make your team somewhat decently defensive? Because they can't stop a cold right now. So, they don't have no big man. Luka don't play defense. LeBron stopped playing defense. Austin Reeves don't defend.
Some 3-and-D niggas on a vet minimum or something.
I'm wondering, at this point, what can you get on that team that would make you competitive? I get you got box office, they finna sell hella tickets, but what could you get on that team that actually makes you competitive in the playoffs? Because teams finna walk up in LA right now and score 130.
Brendan James lock up right now. Lock up, Brendan.
Oh yeah, they still got Bronny. You could. That's the biggest asset right there.
They got Dalton Connect out here. Connect.
You leverage Bronny, Christian Wood, and Dalton Connect. Yeah, you can get you something with that.
Max Cleaver out here locking down on defense.
Listen, they gonna have to.
The only other thing the Lakers can do, is go ahead and give Bron to Golden State and go ahead and turn the entire league into a shit show. That's what they could do. And I hope they don't.
Looking at this roster, besides LeBron and Luka, this team ass.
They can't stop a cold right now. They can't stop a cold.
But everybody else is ass. You know what I mean?
They can't stop a cold. Their shooting is inconsistent. I'll say their shooting is inconsistent. Luka can shoot on occasion. He'll ball out, and then on occasion that man will go 6 for 19. So Luka's inconsistent. LeBron's inconsistent from 3-point land at least, and everybody else can't really shoot. So it's they can't shoot that well. They can't stop a cold, and the team isn't really constructed to play along Luka's style of play. The team's relatively slow. They're not very young and all that kind of stuff. And Luka's a running gunner anyway, so that style don't match. So it's gonna be weird to have Luka on that floor anyway.
You're playing center threes, dog.
It's gonna be so weird for Luka to be on that kind of squad because the team flow don't match him. And I don't know how they're gonna change that without any real ability to trade for anything. We're gonna start trading 2031 picks now, or what? I don't really get it.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I kind of feel sorry for Luka now. Looking at this roster, I feel sorry for him. Come on, bro.
Luka really got blindsided. Now he can't get a Supermax contract, and he on the team that don't really fit his style of play. They don't fit him because that team don't run. That ain't the Lakers. They don't run. Even without it,
and they only got one shooter.
Connect. Cleaver out here playing center with Connect.
It's gonna be so weird in LA.
That man said he gonna pull the wife.
It's gonna be so weird.
And then Gabe Vincent, he a bum. That bum ass nigga. I mean? I'm just saying, this team, man. Looking at this roster, this is.
This is awful.
I get it, Lakers fans. I shout out to Lakers fans. I get it. A bunch of them are relatively happy because they got Luka Dončić for pennies on the dollar. But when you look at the construction of the team, it's what the frick are we gonna do with Luka? Because our team don't fit. And then Luka ain't even. And then Luka ain't even there. Luka's not playing. He's not even there right now. So you really don't know what condition Luka is in for him to play. If Luka really, I ain't gonna hold you. If Luka walk up on that court and he's 270 pounds, it's a wrap. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a wrap. He cannot walk on that court being 270 pounds. You cannot be a 270-pound point.
270-pound with this roster is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, with this roster,
you cannot be a 200. You can't be a 270-pound point guard and not be 7 feet tall like Magic Johnson or something. That man,
because Luka and LeBron essentially are the same player. They literally are the same player.
They do the same.
Like,
and they both hold the ball. It's gonna be strange. This roster.
This
I
is
told y'all, Lakers fan, y'all ain't making the play. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna let y'all know now, Lakers fans. This Luka acquisition is a rental because once it's time for him to hit free agency, he gonna go slide with his man Jokic. He's just gonna go to Denver.
Make the European whites take over again. No more DEIs. He's gonna
slide to Denver. He gonna go play with Jokic.
That's tired of DEIs.
The Mavericks seen that coming down the They was like, shit, he gonna leave us and go to Denver, and we ain't gonna get nothing in return. But then you traded him for the Lakers and still ain't get shit in return. So you should have just let him leave. You know what I mean?
Hey, now I can say something. I can say something. It's gonna be It's gonna be off the wall. I ain't gonna hold you. Oh, wait, I got frozen.
Jaren Jackson, shout out to him for having 37 tonight.
Jaren Jackson be hooping.
Yeah, he would own one.
Wait, am I back?
Yeah. You were talking?
Huh?
We heard you.
Okay, but this would be crazy. What if the Lakers flip Luka to get like a boatload of crap? Like if they flipped Luka to get Giannis and other stuff, like it would be crazy, but they could actually flip him because nothing says. Even though we're making all these plans for Luka and everything, Luka never said he wanted to come to the Lakers originally. Nothing says Luka would stay there, especially because he's not getting a supermax deal. Nothing is making him stay in Los Angeles Laker land. Right. So for all you know, Luka could legitimately just leave.
Listen, LA Lakers, this is what you do. You trade Luka to the Raptors. You get Scotty Barnes. You get Grady Dick.
Because I was saying, like, nothing says Luka stays in LA. There's nothing says that he stays there. Once now that he's in a supermax, he can do whatever he wants. So nothing says he can stay in LA. That man like literally be like, I don't want to be no Laker. I'm leaving, and he would leave for free. So for all they know, they could flip him. It'd be crazy. But they'll flip him for like Giannis and some picks. They'll flip him and get Giannis, his brother, and some other mess.
This ain't like Watts was asked by them a while ago when he signed an extension with San Antonio Spurs. He already said he would. He's like, I'll sign it as soon as I'm traded. So the Spurs know what they get.
Yeah, like they already knew that one, but
Luka didn't even know nothing traded to agree to a sign it. And
like right now he's stuck in LA and just like there's nothing that says Luka would stay in LA. He ain't said, cause mind you, ever since Luka didn't know he would be a trade or whatever, the man ain't said a word. You have no words from that man at all. You know what AD was like, you got from his camp that he was shocked, and then overall he was like, all right, I'm cool. Luka ain't said a word. So you have no.
He didn't write the letter to Dallas. He thanked Dallas.
Yo, it's just crazy because AD literally was just the other day was like, yeah, yo, I mean, we need a 5 because I feel like I'm better suited to play the 4. So if we could trade for a 5, and then Rob Pelinka was like, I got you, bro. You want to play the 4? You could go play the 4 in Dallas. Get your ass up out of here.
It wasn't even Rob Pelinka, bro. Freaking the Mavs GM was like, oh, he said he want to play the 5. He would say he want to play the 4. Oh, I got an idea.
You can play.
That man said, I got you, bro. I got you, fam.
They won a championship when he played the 4 with
when they had Dwight and JaVale.
Yeah,
they had Dwight, JaVale. They also had
You're not doing it no more.
Historically,
they also had a lockdown defensive team.
Historically, AD has his best numbers when he playing with a 5. Like, look what he did in the late.
To be fair, he also played with a really good LeBron James still.
Yeah, he did. But also, just look at his numbers when he played with Dwight and JaVale, and then go back to New Orleans when he was playing with DeMarcus Cousins. Look at his numbers when he actually got a 5 to, like when he could stay out. Listen, keep Gafford at the 5, even though he ain't no crazy center presence, but keep Gafford at the 5. I know he lost Lively for like the rest of the season probably, You know what I mean? But just keep Gafford at the 5, let AD play the 4. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, they're gonna have to do that, but I'm just in shock. Like, I think this might be some collusion, and or something gonna come out later about what really went down with Luka and some other stuff. Because there's just no way you don't do that and the owner not fire you. I'm just gonna be real. It's too many holes in this story to where it don't make sense. The owner laughed at a deal. You do the deal anyway. Not only would the owner have to sign off on it, if he didn't, you'd be fired instantly. And the fact that we ain't heard this man be fired in a day lets me know the owner do something. He had to know something.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Luka he must have slept with somebody's wife in the organization. Somebody.
Like
that's all boy. He got fired in Boston.
That whole thing about the owner laughing at it got to be some crap. There's no way your GM. Ain't no way if I'm an owner of an NBA team, my GM brings a crazy trade to me. I laugh at it, and he goes behind my back and do it anyway. There's no way that man keeps a job. So, like, there's no way as an owner I'm gonna make that man keep his job. He's gonna be fired on the spot. And I'm gonna find the GM that's gonna try to fix that. There's no way.
You wanna know what's crazy?
You don't look too seven.
You wanna know what's crazy about this trade? Yeah, I really need Mark Cuban to say something. Because this nigga said, and I quote, they asked him if you could have Luka for the next 10 years or get divorced from your wife. Yeah, I mean, or stay married, whatever.
No more, so.
The nigga said he would keep Luka over his marriage. He said that.
But he's not the owner no more, so.
He's not majority owner. That is true. He's no longer majority owner.
Still, you know what I mean? He still make decisions in that building.
He still helps, but like he's not majority owner. Either way, like I said, there's no way an owner or owners laugh at a trade and your GM do it anyway, and you keep a job, bro. There's no way. There's no way you finna sit there and make that make sense. The owners had to sign off on it.
Do it without the owner saying yes.
Yeah, like the owners had to sign off on it. And the owners who love Luka supposedly signed off on that man getting traded for beans. Something went down, bro. Some is more than just this man conditioning it. It's more than just he ain't got no good conditioning and he gaining weight. There's no way that's all of it.
Sleeping with somebody's wife. You know what I mean? Listen, Luka was piping somebody's wife, man. That's
how old boy Houston got fired in Boston.
That's the only thing I could think of. Because even if he is fat, all right, cool. You know what I mean? But you don't trade a nigga because he's fat. Zion's still on the team. You know what I mean?
People got to remember, they got on AD for conditioning for 3 years.
Right.
They got on AD for conditioning in LA for 3 years straight until he finally got to where he had some decent conditioning. There's no way conditioning is the only reason. Like, but no.
He slept with somebody's wife. That's the narrative I'm running with. Luka
collusion. Running with collusion.
He slept with the owner's wife, and then all of a sudden the GM said he laughed at him when he said the trade and showed him the video.
Pelinka hit up the Mavericks GM and said, "Bruh, me and Jeannie Bus, we finna give you a deal you can't refuse. You finna be a made man. Do this deal for us."
I know exactly how the call went. This nigga Pelinka was like, "Hey, yo, Nico, listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you."
But Nico called him, which is crazy.
Yeah, well, Nico called him.
Real backhanded call. Pelinka called him first.
Nico called him, but Pelinka was like, "Listen, we got to do this trade because I got these pictures of Luka. You know what I mean? With the owner wife. You know what I mean? So if you don't press send on this joint, I'm sending them joints."
Justin Tucker out here.
Yeah, Luka was on his Justin Tucker or his Deshaun Watson or something. Like,
it gotta be.
You know what I mean? He had to be doing something. He had to be doing something crazy because it ain't just because you fat. Like the nigga been that since we drafted him. You know what I mean? So
by the way, if y'all don't treat Justin Tucker the way y'all treated Deshaun Watson, I know so.
We know that
he ain't a quarterback
because Deshaun Watson is black and he's a QB. Justin Tucker is a white kicker. Nobody. We're gonna forget about this in about 2 weeks.
3 more came out. I'm like,
bro, it's gonna be the offseason. He ain't gonna get picked up no more anyway. It's over with.
Kendrick Lamar is not like us breaks the record for rap song.
Not like us wins Grammy for Song of the Years. I know Drake's
don't remind me of the joke of the Grammys. Don't remind me how much of a joke it is this year.
But
let's go, Kendrick.
Well, we do need to
He
give.
did
We
what
want to give a
back-to-back
prediction
couldn't
just in
do.
case we don't get a chance to for the Super Bowl predictions.
Bro, he did what back-to-back couldn't do. You know what I mean? And shout out to Beyonce winning Album of the Year as she should.
Lunacy.
You know what I mean?
Even
Shout out to
Beyonce looked up like, "Excuse me, ain't no way y'all gave it to me."
Yeah, the country album of the year, yeah, definitely.
Lunacy, boy, pure lunacy.
She wasn't expecting that, but that album of the year,
Craziness, boy. That's all I can say.
The only reason Kendrick and Beyonce showed up because they knew they would win.
yeah, because they knew they was winning.
They don't never show up to anything unless they know they win. Beyonce only shows up when she wins. I promise you. I have seen it. Beyonce ain't winning. She ain't showing up this event.
What is this year? What is this year, Flay? I don't understand this year right now, bro. I really don't.
Act got caught. Destiny got caught. Trump went in office. Planes started falling from the sky.
Planes falling out the sky.
It snowed in Florida on the beach.
Snowing in Florida.
Luka got traded for beans. And Jey Uso won the Rumble, bro. I don't know what's going on.
Jey Uso wins the Rumble. People in the face on Joe Budden podcast host.
I just don't know what's going on anymore. At this point, I'm just
your podcast host punching people in the face on stream.
At this point, I'm just here.
Who was it? Who was it? Manny.
He might just and then yo, y'all gotta watch people like Flip. This is the second time I seen Flip try to stop a fight and he start punching people and throwing people on the floor.
Yeah, that nigga Queen Flip always has some shit, dog.
But like I said, Super Bowl this Sunday. I don't know if we're gonna talk about it Saturday, Maury. We can talk about it Saturday.
Well, I mean, like,
if I'm feeling up to it, ain't nothing else. Sure, I can cover it Saturday, the show, all that mess.
I'm gonna say if not, give predictions real quick before we go.
I mean, predicting right now, I want the Eagles to win. But, you know, if so much collusion is happening in sports right now, you know, the referees might sling another win the Chiefs away. So who knows at this point? But I want the Eagles. On paper, the Eagles should win. But we'll see how that
Yeah, where you going?
The Chiefs winning. We did confirm. All right, that's all we got. I appreciate everybody being here. I have. Oh, how the hell you had? I got the Eagles because it's my favorite team, so I got to root for the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's 2-1-5, big birds all day. Yeah, I mean, so I'm gonna take the Eagles, even though this is the one caveat. This is the one thing I want y'all to keep on your minds before we get out of here. All right, just keep this on your mind. First Super Bowl for Patrick Mahomes. Beat the 49ers. Second Super Bowl. He beat the Eagles.
Third beat the 49ers.
He beat the 49ers. Fourth Super Bowl. I'm just saying, man. Like the way this year and the way coincidence works, he might win it just because all four of your Super Bowl titles may be against the same two teams, which would be crazy. But it could happen like that. So just keep that on your mind. But I'm picking the Eagles because I feel like they're going to control the clock with Saquon Barkley. They'll be able to run the ball. I mean, and their defensive line will be able to cause Patrick Mahomes some issues. So I got the Eagles.
Yeah, same. Saquon getting the MVP that they probably not gonna give him this year. So he's gonna get it in the Super Bowl. And he on his way to, I think if he get 130 yards, he the first player, non-quarterback to get 3,000 yards in a total season. That's including the playoff. Non-quarterback. I hope he get it, man. He didn't get the rushing record because I was ready to be upset, boy. I'm saying if he didn't get it, Nick getting out of here. If y'all didn't go to the Super Bowl, Nick got to get out of here. Not letting Saquon get it. But that's all we got. That's our prediction. Tell us what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe. How the hell way can they find you?
I mean, you know, you can find your boy Hollyhood _Sensei 215, all social media platforms. Also, you can find me tomorrow on the What It Sound Like podcast. You know what I mean? Check us out on the What It Sound Like podcast YouTube. Tomorrow we are finally starting the Kendrick Lamar tournament. Finally. You know what I mean? We're going to talk some Grammys, of course, because, you know what I mean, a lot just happened. You know what I mean? But the tournament is starting tomorrow. So check that out. I mean, and Welcome to Hollywood is back this week finally. I mean, finally. I mean, Kendrick did open his mouth. Someone, hey, Drake is a prophet.
So go watch it. Go check out Welcome to Hollywood. What it sound like podcast tomorrow. You get to see, and I think he's doing the Drake one too. So if you're fans of Drake,
Welcome to Hollywood. We're doing the best Drake song tournament as well.
4 p.m. in Calabasas, number 1. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, that's gonna be an interesting one. So I'm gonna just let y'all know the lineup of the tournaments. We got the Kendrick John, we got Drake popping off, then we're gonna do a Kanye West John.
Oh, Kanye gonna be good.
Best Kanye West, best Weekend John.
Michael Jackson.
No, all right, we'll do best Michael Jackson too. I mean, that wasn't in the lineup, but I'll put it in there. Yeah, I mean, I'll put it, put that John in there. But that's happening a lot this year on What It Sound Like, and also Welcome to Hollywood. I'm gonna do a lot of best song tournaments for some of the most popular artists. So just check that out.
Yeah. Taylor Swift presented an award to Beyonce, and Kanye got escorted. All right.
Not Kanye getting escorted out. Yeah.
He did bring a naked woman in sheer clothing with the lips out. Mario, can they find you?
That's right. Now you see what all the hype is about.
Collusion. What's up, Bishop boy? Murray Hudson. Everywhere. Says Murray Hudson. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, as it still exists. Of course, don't make it make sense. Normally every Saturday, when your boys are under the weather or something else. But we here, letting you know what's going on in the world. It's been crazy. And Collusion. Shout out to everybody. We holding it down. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much. Collusion.
Yeah. And it's your boy Laughing May, looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. Shout out to Little Hollywood right there. Shout out to Dr. Umar. Shout out to my boy Jason Whitlock, looking sad.
Oh my God.
And shout out to the Fence Set. I didn't show y'all this episode, so shout out to them. I appreciate y'all. And remember, be safe out there in
Duval.